Hey babes, it's Sharada Isadora with Brains and Babe Reviews, and let's do things a little bit differently with these reviews. Yeah?
So I realized I didn't want my voice to be cropped or like high pitched any other way. So let's talk Neighborly by Katrina Jackson. This is an erotica romance, and I highly suggest that if you have not read this book yet, you should definitely get up on it. It is only available right now on Kindle. You should go buy it. But if you can't do it with the little coins right now, then it is available on Kindle Unlimited as well. So let's get into the story. Okay? So the story covers two couples, Heaven and Calvin, and Stefan and Tasha. I always have a problem, not problem, but I just would always have a way with the name Stefan, because I don't know if he pronounces it like Steven, or people are just so weird these days, but it's definitely spelled Stefan, and I'm going to state Stefan. Why did I do that? I don't know. Now again, this is a erotica romance. Erotica. But what I love so much about the story is that even though we have the themes of erotica or erotica romance going on in Neighborly, we do deal with real couples with real issues, and I enjoyed that so much. Also love the stark difference between the two couples. We have Heaven and Calvin, who are a young couple, and we have Stefan and Tasha, who are fairly older than them, and I just love the approach and the chemistry between these two couples as a whole. It was so well done. It was really a great take on how I feel couples should enter. So essentially what you have is Tasha and Heaven are both sexually fluid women. They like men and women. They just so happen to be involved in relationships with men. But what I loved about it was that the men that they were in these relationships with were okay with their women being sexually fluid. They did not hold them back. They did not see it as a threat to their masculinity, their sexuality, or anything like that. In fact, the men in these women's lives encouraged it. Why? Because they had open adult conversations about their women's sexuality, an adult thing to do. So what Katrina Jackson was able to do in Neighborly, I really appreciated. Like, she just didn't give you a erotica romance, which is just like the sex and it's just off the chart in this book. It's so well done. It's so tasteful. You just don't have people in this book just fucking on each other, and that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? But it was done in such a tasteful and nasty way. You know what I mean? And I mean nasty in a good way. It was just so classic. Oh my God, classes. I can't talk. It was just so well done. Like, I really appreciated the whole story. Like, I loved it. It was so again, it was just so well done. Like, did you take like a class on giving us like erotic stories, Katrina Jackson? I just have these questions. I just need to know, because man, like, is it safe to say I was turned on and kind of like educated? It's just like, can that be a thing? Is that a thing? It should be a thing, because man, wow. But again, I think what I appreciated so much about Neighborly is not just the erotic stories that we get, right? again, we get real people with real issues that are going on around them. You know what I mean? And these things are openly discussed between both these couples, separately and together. And that's just such an adult way of doing things. And I gotta stand. And you love these people in this story. You love these couples. They're just very likable characters. Amazing. Just an amazing story. So for me, I would highly recommend Neighborly by Katrina Jackson, especially if you are a fan of erotic romance. It's just a story to add to your library, period. Period. You know what I mean? And it's a short read, 10 short chapters, long enough to pique your interest, long enough to keep the pages turning, long enough to keep you happy. just a well done story. And this is my first book by Katrina Jackson. Definitely won't be my last. So yeah, go add it to your library. So this is my recap review of Neighborly by Katrina Jackson. Add it now.